While launching his fourth book, which deeply depicts synergy, his government's philosophy, Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed says his government sees present prospects, forecasts the future, and implies possible ways out. The inauguration program was attended by President Taye Asqaselase, government officials, senior military officers, and various segments of the society. The term Medemer emphasized the idea that individuals, groups, and nations can achieve more by combining their strengths than by focusing on differences. Abiy frames it as a call for Ethiopians to harness diversity as a source of power rather than division, as both political philosophy and a moral framework that highlights forgiveness, solidarity, and responsibility. During the inauguration of the fourth book, the Premier has therefore said that the book revolves around four ideas: origin, destination, path, and government.
የመደመር መንግስት ጊዜ ካለፈ በኋላ ዘመን ካለፈ በኋላ
Our government, which hugely depends on the philosophy, doesn't merely blame the past. It doesn't regret on what was done in the past. It doesn't go into the shilly-shallies once after time flies and things get done. It rather perfectly puts remark on the present, sustaining positive outcomes, sets possible ways out for the future, and looks forward to engaging in prosperity. Therefore, this book importantly shows significant philosophies to come up with guiding principles.
ታሪክ ሰሪዎች እንጂ ዘካሪዎች አንሆንም በሚል ኢንቴንሽን የተዘጋጀ ሰነድ ነው።
Regardless of differing opinions, Medemer has left a lasting mark on Ethiopia's intellectual and political landscape. The philosophy has been cited in political speeches, development programs, and even national dialogue initiatives. The philosophy, Abiy says, doesn't merely showcase how to entertain different ideas. He says it also makes way on how to incorporate Ethiopia's treasure perfectly. Abiy stresses that Ethiopia's rich cultural, ethnic, and linguistic mosaic shouldn't be seen as a source of conflict, but as a foundation for resilience.
ምድረ ቀደምት መሆኗን እኛ ብቻ ሳንሆን ዓለም የሚያምን የሚጨበት ታሪክ ያላት ሀገር መሆኗ
The fact that Ethiopia is historic, big, and capable is not a fact which we only recognize. It is rather acceptable globally. Ethiopia is big, resourceful, and populous. It's a country of young, energetic youth, brave, devoted fathers, and insightful intellectuals. The country is also the uncolonized country in Africa. The country is also home of unique culture, architecture, and history. Our philosophy is therefore hugely contributing much for us to incorporate our resource and potential with the dream that we have.
እንዴት ድሃ ሆነ እንዴትስ ለማኝ ሆነ ብሎ መጠየቅ ያስፈልጋል።
The Prime Minister mentioned that the success recorded in many fields, including the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, is an example of his government's leadership philosophy. On the other hand, Abiy said that the country's vision for the future will be realized only when there is a strong government, and the government is the foundation of all success.
መደመር አለብን። የምንደመረው መከፋፈል የኛ ኢትዮጵያውያን ሐሳብ ሳይሆን
We all have to be synergized. We all have to be one. It is not because synergy is fantastic. It is because we Ethiopians haven't got any other choice other than unity. If we, for instance, have a quick look at our recent achievements in various sectors, we firmly recognize that our moves in recent years herald how encouraging our philosophy is. We will be prosperous if we have communal thinking and far-reaching dream. There has never been territory between Ethiopia and India in the past. However, the country with giant population is now landlocked. This determines Ethiopia's future.
አንችልም ስላል ባለቤት ይፈለግለታል። ጥሩ ነገር ከታየ የኛ አይደለም የሌላ ሰው ነው።
When Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed published his first book of Medemer series in October 2019, it immediately sparked widespread discussions both inside Ethiopia and abroad. Written in Amharic with a little translated roughly to synergy or coming together, the book presents Abiy's personal vision for Ethiopia's future, rooted in cooperation, reconciliation, and collective progress.